Irwin, are we ready to start answering some questions?
I think we can knock them out. Let's see.
All right. Well, let me go first. We do have to do a little. Let's talk about the questions we can answer. So first, this is a cosmetic formulation Q&A. So we are both formulators, and so we have expertise in this. We'll cover formulating, general industry questions. If you have questions about natural stuff, we can answer that. Testing questions. We're going to answer the questions here live. If you've sent in questions, we'll answer some of those too right in the beginning. I want to just point out the limitations of what we can't answer. Don't ask us for a full formulation. That's just not we can't just give out formulas like that. It's just not appropriate for this. Also, vague questions. If you can be specific, that's better. Vague questions, general questions are okay. We can pontificate on that, but try to focus your questions. And also, we're not giving specific legal and regulatory advice here, although we can also pontificate on that.
Exactly.
The answers are based on our professional experience and educations, but there is no implicit guarantee that everything we say was going to work for you. Conditions are different for everybody. Just for me, if you want more questions from me, there's my contact information. You can go to my website there. And Irwin's contact information, his website is located here with contact information at the top. It's cosmetech.com. And all right, let's start answering some questions here.
Okay, let's see what we got.
All right, first question right at the bottom from Chris put in, Irwin, are you seeing more demand for exclusive or single-sourced ingredients to make unique formulations? And do you see a trend away from these ingredients? If so, what trends do you see for formulating and innovating?
Well, the challenge with innovative ingredients is that the environment in which you need to introduce a new ingredient has become a lot more expensive, a lot more time-consuming. So while everybody likes to have their own unique material, you're usually finding out that the unique materials are combinations of existing materials or new applications or new data on existing materials, which raw material suppliers are spending a lot of time on because that becomes a more cost-effective way of getting new ingredients into formulations or new applications for existing ingredients. It's becoming a very expensive market to introduce new materials.
Yeah, and it also seems to me, especially with the move away from animal testing, that's right, just getting a lot more difficult to prove that your products are safe. Now, there are some, animal testing alternatives, certainly, but boy, it's just getting a lot harder.
Well, you don't want to really do animal testing anymore because
exactly.
But then again, to comply with some of the regulatory areas, I think China just eliminated animal testing as a requirement, but that used to be a requirement for safety testing for a product in China. So the answer to the question is there's always an interest in new and interesting ingredients, but it's becoming more challenging to get them into the marketplace.
Sherry says, are you looking for future formulation leaders at Cosmetech? So someone looking for a job there, Sherry. All right. Next question here. Let's see. We'll start at the top here. Lisa says, regarding tocopherol, when used as an antioxidant in emulsions, some advise to use it in the cool down phase because of heat sensitivity. Other cosmetic chemists and books suggest you can put it in the oil phase. So there's some different opinions on it. What do you think about using tocopherol as an antioxidant?
Well, straight tocopherol is a very, very effective antioxidant. That's the good news. The bad news is it's also a relatively unstable compound in its alcohol state. It works better in the oil phase because it's an oil-soluble material. Adding it at the end of a formulation gives you a lot better opportunity for maintaining the stability of the tocopherol, but also depending upon the type of formulation you're working on, if you add it at the end, you've got to make sure you get it into the oil or into the oil phase of an emulsion.
Right.
So that becomes a little bit more challenging at the end. So the answer is very complex, but be careful with the tocopherols, and also make sure you use the right tocopherols. The alpha and the gamma and the beta are good antioxidants. Some of the other ones you don't need. More and more people are using the acetate form or other ester form of tocopherol only because of the stability of the material.